What's up, everybody? It is your favorite cousin Clecia here. Welcome if you're new to Closing Open Wounds. I am yours truly. First, I want to say Happy New Year to you. Welcome to this new year, this new season, this brand new beginning for you. If you come across this message, this is definitely for you. Okay, if you were drawn to the thumbnail, yes, my love, this message is for you. I have an on time, expedient word for you, something that I have to put out. I was actually working on something else to give you guys what was upon my heart, but this came out of the blue. So I must release this word to you, this confirmation. This is just a confirmation that God is telling us to cut the cord. Okay, He is telling us to sever different relationships that we have that can no longer be a part of our lives, to set aside those connections and to sever them. He literally said, cut them, to sever them. Because they can't go with you to the next level. This is going to be very difficult for some of us because, we love these individuals. We believe in them. We believe the good in them. Everyone has great qualities. However, regardless if they are good or not, the Lord is saying for us to move around. Now, I pray that God gives you the strength to do so. This is kind of hard to say, and I want to be careful about how I say this. But even when it comes to past relationships and different people from different families that was a part of that relationship, whether it be in-laws, children, aunts, uncles, cousins, God is really calling us to do a clean sweep. You cannot put new wine in old wine skins. We cannot move forward with those connections. I know it's hard, even in the Bible, when God had told Saul to, destroy all of, Ahab's people and cattle and everything, God said to destroy them. Unfortunately, women and children were counted as well. I know this is a hard word. Now, God is not telling you to kill anyone, but what I am saying is, regardless of the relationship and how deep it may go and how much you love a person, God is telling us, some of you, this word is not for everybody, but if you're still listening, this is just going to be confirmation. It is time to sever the ties. They cannot move forward with you to this next level. This may be the reason why you have not been able to ascend as high as you can go. When Moses was told to sacrifice his son, he had told his servants at the base of the mountain, you stay here while me and my son go up to worship. Okay? If you know the story. It doesn't matter if the person is good for you or not, or they serve you in some type of capacity. If God is saying it is time to move on, then it would behoove you to move on. At this stage of my life, I cannot let any person keep me from the promised land. I cannot allow anyone to keep me from what all God has for me. Okay? You cannot do it. God takes care of all of his people, all of his children, and you cannot believe that you are so great and so super that you have to be in these people's lives in order for them to make it. You are not God. God will take care of those who he has disconnected you from. Okay? But it is time. Most of my messages, I tell you guys that this can go, in the workplace. It can go, for any kind of friendship and, any kind of relations that we have. No, this word is specifically for those in past relationships. Those old relationships that you have, the ex-boyfriend, the ex-girlfriend, the ex-wife, the ex-husband, their families, their in-laws. How can we move forward if we are still tied to the old? How can we do that? I'm going to take it a step further. Some of you have been estranged from your spouse for many years, and you have prolonged getting the divorce. You're living your life, they are living theirs, and you feel that all is well, it's okay. Now, this part is not for everybody, because God can reconcile some marriages. Let me be clear. But if this is for you, I'm talking to you. Those who have been estranged and have no intention of reconnecting the relationship, the marriage. Why are you prolonging the divorce? And the problem is that you don't understand, is that God forbid if something were to happen to you. Now, let me back up. Let's be clear. Like I said, and this is a hard word, God. There's no notes. I'm just being led to speak about this. So let me back up a little bit. Okay. So you have two people who are estranged in their marriage, right? And they both are seeing other people. They both don't have to be, but one of them at least is in a relationship with someone else, and you guys have no intention on reconciling. It happens. It's life. But the problem is with this is, God forbid, if death happens, the new person that is involved in this, the new boyfriend, the new girlfriend, is now subject to not being able to have access or a say-so in funeral arrangements, any, documents, any legality. You are really at a disadvantage when you are involved with someone who is technically still married. This is a very sticky subject, and trust me, I've been through this as well. So this is no judgment. This is no judgment at all. But this is going to be a problem in the future if you do not get your affairs in order. This is a hard word, okay? But I want to put this in perspective. I do not want to be involved in anyone who is still married. I do not care if you are legally separated. I don't care. Because God forbid circumstances happen. I don't want to be in an obituary as your little special friend. Okay? This is what we are dealing with. And this stage of life, let your nay be nay and let your yay be yay. It is time to make a decision. It is time to set the record straight. Okay? Again, I've been there. I've done that. No judgment. And I'm only telling you what I have learned and what I know. In my own life, God has had me to disconnect from people that I love because they could no longer go with me to where God wants to take me. Again, it doesn't mean that that person is a bad person. A lot of us have abandonment issues. Therefore, we stay in situations way too long because we don't want that person to feel like we have abandoned them. You are not Jesus. You are not God. Okay? You're not called to be omnipresent at all. You can love them from a distance and pray for them. That is what you can do. However, if this word is for you, again, I would admonish you to pray to God and see if this word is for you and do what he is telling you to do. Now, a lot of you will have this as a New Year's resolution. It's the top of the year. You want to do this. I don't care what time of year this video comes across your feed. If this is for you, you do it now. I started cleaning out things, I want to say around October, September. God had already started what you would call my new year. You know, I had to get rid of things. I had to cut things. If there are items that your ex has given you, different things that remind you of them, you must get rid of that as well. If you're tied to it, if you look at it and it takes you to a memory, if you're stuck there. Some of us, I'm not really, what do I want to call it? I don't have emotional ties to many things. Okay. But some of you do idolize certain gifts that you have been given, certain things, certain items around your household. You either throw it away or you give it to Salvation Army or donate it somewhere if it can be used. Okay. It is time to clean house. It is time to cut cords. It is time to sever ties completely. Absolutely, completely. If you need to block individuals, okay? If you have to, if God is calling you to do so, that is what you do. Again, I can't stress this enough. And I pray that this goes over well, and I pray that you hear my heart. This is a hard thing that God is requiring of us to do for our next. I don't know about you, but I want all that God has for me. You understand? And I'm sure you do too. This message is not for anyone that is married or in covenant with someone and you're just going through a rough patch and God is telling you to stand and wait for that person. This message is not for you. Don't take this message. You go ahead and move on to the next one. This is for those who you know that this connection needs to be buried. It's been around long enough. There's no growth, and this is just confirmation to what God has already unctioned you to do. This is not a revelation. This is just confirmation. And it will identify in your spirit, and you will have the unction to do so. But this must be done, my love. I say this with love. You know all what you need to do. There are some things you need to do that I have not mentioned. Okay? There are some things that you know you need to do that God has placed on your heart to do. It is time. I pray that you receive this word and take it back to God. Pray on it. Some of you may need to consecrate yourself, fast and pray. That's what I'm currently doing at the moment. I I'm on a consecration myself to be able to hear what all God is saying in this season for my life. Now, I don't want you to be guilt tripped by the people once you cut them off, because there may be some type of retaliation, or they may want to know why. And the only thing that you can say is that God has led you to do so. You don't have any other answers. Why did you do this? Why are you cutting me off? What's going on? They may even try to tell you that you're not a woman of God, you're not a man of God, because you're giving up on people. That is the enemy speaking. Okay? Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by these manipulative spirits, these charlatans, and whatever else that they are. These evil, demonic spirits that will have you in a cycle for many, many more years. Some of you cannot get married because of the ties that you have, the soul ties. I'm not going to get too much into soul ties, but that's another video all in itself. And it's not necessarily that soul ties are bad. It's who you're tied to. You're supposed to have a soul tied to your husband. You're supposed to be tied to your children. Okay, so don't even look at soul ties as of being bad. But when you're connected to someone that you're not supposed to be, you have to move. You have to go. Do what you have to do. Switch jobs if you work with a person. If whatever it is that God is telling you to do, stand firm, 10 toes down on it. God has your back, and I am praying for you. I'm going to get out of here. I pray this word has blessed you and confirmed. If there are any prayer requests, feel free to put them in the comments. You can also email me at closingopenwounds@gmail.com. I would love to pray for you, pray with you, partner with you, just so God's will be done. And as I pray for you, I solicit your prayers as well. This is not an easy walk for me at all. So keep me in prayer. I have not arrived, and I never will be so much that God isn't dealing with me. So let's pray for each other. So God has his way, and we can be all and have all that he has for us. I love you guys, and I am praying for your strength. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, please. Thank you so much for all of you that have subscribed and are active on the channel. I do thank you for helping me grow this baby and helping the algorithm get these words out, forward it to your loved one who's dealing with someone that needs to break a covenant that was made, break a tie, break a connection. I love you so much. All right, you guys be safe. Take care.